Wizards have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this.
And it's starting to pay off here early on.
Tip to win this one. 8-point game. Coming off that loss against the Nets.
Like they wanted to get out of town as quickly as possible. The problem is their defense went with them.
That'll wake you.
Wizards.
Kevin, it blows me away that this organization has inspiring draft picks are building into a good young core.
Johnson with it. And it's Buzelis picking him up.
Not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
Here's Koulibaly. He provides a good amount of goals, leading by 11. Here's Buzelis. And it's made shooting so far, just 25%. So timeout called here, the first for the Wizards. Victory eluded them last time in Chicago when they faced the Bulls.
Yeah, I mean, every time out, it's a learning experience to some degree, but that's not what they were looking for.
Yeah, I mean, listen, it hurts a little more when you play well. And
Koulibaly, the rebound by Richards.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
Okoro, and Okoro throws it down.
Yeah, we're seeing some fireworks from them already.
Well, what I love is the game plan has been solid from the opening tip, and guys are making their shots. That's critical.
Jones, that's for 2, and the layup falls. 10 points for him. And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for the Bulls.
I mean, they've come out aggressive defensively, getting into them and coming up with some cookies along the way.
And the other thing that's working for them tonight, getting out into the open floor. A lot of the damage coming in transition.
Trying to get something going. That one falls.
And his presence as a scorer, it just has a calming effect for the rest of the team. He's a fallback option whenever they need one.
Young outside. Here's Koulibaly, covered by Okoro. Nice ball movement by Washington. And Sarr throws it down.
Most of Sarr's best work is done at the rim. Look at him just throwing it down with ease.
2 minutes remaining in the first quarter.
Here's Jones over Young. Jones, the pass to Richards. They get it again. Goes back up, and it's blocked. 1:39 left in the first. Johnson outside. Takes it from 10. Chicago grabs the miss. Last game matchup with the Suns, a tough loss there.
Really a disappointing effort. That game could have and should have been closer than it was.
Listen, I don't fault the effort. That was there all night. It was the quality of play that was lacking. There was not a ton of cohesion. They've got to figure it out.
And the Bulls making a change here. Gershon Yabusele, he's checked in for Nick Richards. Miller comes in for Buzelis. Sexton, he's checked in for Josh Giddey. And Dillingham subbed in for Trey Jones.
Wow, that is just excellent concentration by the young gun, Bub Carrington. Looking like a seasoned vet converting that one.
And it's blocked. Oh, and a fast break for the Bulls. And Sarr pulls it down. Wizards trail by 14. Here's Hardy. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
Well, you're talking about a big man with impressive vision. Alex Sarr knows when to pass the basketball.
Here's Carrington. Makes it off the glass. Carrington's got his second bucket of the game to go.
And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten.
And you can see their strategy coming in. They want to control the paint.
They have used their size and their strength to get off any shot they want. They've dominated on the interior.
What a great look here at this tremendous move from our AT&T Connected Cam point of view.
And what a way to start this game, dominating at both ends of the floor.
And give them credit for approaching this game with the right energy and intensity. This team has attacked every chance they've gotten.
And And Washington again with the bucket.
That's a pretty pass by Carrington. Sets that jump shooter up beautifully.
Here's Yabusele. And finished off by Yabusele.
And if you look at this first half, overall, they've just had the better shot selection.
And I think, obviously, we see the execution and the willingness to make the next pass so important.
And so it's Chicago with a 14-point lead as we bring the quarter to a close. They've got their field goal percentage to thank for that. They've been hot from all over the floor. And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And the Bulls guys have been rolling right along, haven't they?
Well, credit their anticipation skills on
out there with Miller. Then it's Williams. Then it's Dillingham. And it's
side in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
Yabusele's gone 2 for 4 so far here tonight. Driving the lane, Harden. Pass to Gill. Another shot. Good. He hits the jump shot.
Boy, how about that pass? He put it right where it needed to be.
GA, they say young players don't yet grasp the level of preparation and effort it takes to win a championship at this level. Do we ever see rookies who have had it from day one?
Well, listen, back in the day, you had Magic and Bird, two guys that came in poised and mature. Bill Russell, Kareem, for sure. Today, with guys coming in so much younger, it may take a little longer, but ultimately, they do get to that destination.
Koulibaly, he's checked in for the Wizards. Young comes in for Carlton Carrington. Here's Champagnie. A shot goes in. First shot, first basket.
Boy, easy pickings from that distance. More of that, please.
Out left to the wing. Here's Richards. A beautiful reverse clear. Richards got 6.
Man, he's got such a great touch and feel around the basket. He made that reverse look easy.
Second quarter, we're a little over a minute and a half in. Young outside. No good on the triple. The Bulls leading by 14. Inside. Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. Goes up on the block. And Washington again with the bucket.
Right there, you love what Young gives you. A great facilitator in transition, and he's also a terrific finisher.
And Vukcevic pulls it down. Young with the ball. Defended now by Dillingham. Koulibaly, no good.
But the defense hanging in right there, making that shot really difficult.
It's blocked. And that's out of bounds. Chicago will retain possession.
Chicago basketball.
Ellis is checked in for the Bulls. And for those of you just joining us, we're almost 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. And it goes down 2 points. 6 points here for Josh Giddey.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
You know, we see this all the time. You're basically, as a defender, hoping the man misses rather than putting in the work to get over screens.
Here's Koulibaly. And the bucket is good. 3-point play chance here for him.
Well, just a commitment to finishing the play. Even when the foul came, Koulibaly's still playing through it.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
One shot.
Now, Doris, he's not always the most efficient player, but Koulibaly is electric.
Oh, my goodness, Kevin. One of the most explosive leapers in the league right now. He can rise and finish with the best of them. Listen, we'll give the efficiency some time because he's got skill.
And that one's good, Richards.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
To me, this has simply stated been a complete lack of defensive attention and focus all night long.
Beyond the leaning, you could see his feet weren't set on that screen. Easy call.
You know, he's just leaning a little bit. You try to get away with it, but boy, the official all over it.
Trey Jones is checked in for the Bulls. Right now, let's take a moment here to catch up with Allie LaForce on the sidelines.
Hey guys, well the NBA keeping an open mind. Commissioner Adam Silver said, quote, "This is the only league that plays 48 minutes. I'm a fan of 10-minute quarters. A 2-hour format is more consistent with modern television habits, but it's such a dramatic change. Something like that would have to be talked about over time." Kevin, back to you.
All right, Allie, thank you for the report.
Second team foul.
Young outside. Here's Johnson. The basket good. Off the assist from Young. Johnson's got his first points in this one. Here's Buzelis.
Look at the moves from Buzelis. The big fella showing great quickness on the attack.
And so it's Young who brings it up for Washington. Down by 15. Jones drives in. And the Bulls get it back. Shot clock at 6. Here's Buzelis. Gill with the rebound. Wizards have gone 6 of 10 from the floor here in the second quarter. Johnson kicks to Young. Here's Gill. 17 points for him last game against Brooklyn. If it counts.
Yeah, tremendous finish by Coulibaly. That free throw line and down, that's his comfort zone.
Over to the left wing. Here's Buzelis. A new 14 for the Bulls.
2 minutes.
Pass to Williams.
Remaining in the second quarter. 2 minutes.
Here's Buzelis. Riley covering. It's stolen by Johnson. Here's Young. He made that one. Basket number 3 for him. He's also missed 2.
Nice job capitalizing down there. Young good at probing inside and finding some space.
And there's Buzelis on the assist from Giddey. Giddey's got his 5th assist in this one. .130 left in the first half. And there's the foul. It's on Trey Jones. That is his first foul of the game. So for the Wizards, Sarr comes in for Gill. And Carlton Carrington subbed in for Young. And a change for the Bulls. Okoro, he's checked in for Williams. Here's Riley. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. And now, yep, this will be a coach's challenge. We thought that might happen, triggering a review of the personal foul.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in air. So they have determined to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review. And when you are as good a shooter as he is, you have to have the confidence to take that shot. It might not always fall.
And for most guys, I think you only want to take that shot if you've hit a few in a row. That is absolutely a heat check.
And it's denied.
Terrific awareness by Alex Sarr. That is protecting your rim, folks.
Count it.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Here's Buzelis. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
Nice work to get it inside and draw.
Bulls shooting their 4th and 5th attempts at the free throw line tonight.
Yeah, and over the course of the season, they're a respectable 78%. That comes in handy in close games.
Yabusele, he's checked in for Nick Richards. Here's Carrington. Lost contact on the shot, and now a 3-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
And it's coming easy for them right now. 5 baskets in a row. And the paint.
Miller's checked in for Buzelis. The Wizards shooting just their 2nd attempt at the line tonight.
Shooting.
Free throw good, Carrington.
Well, Bub Carrington, obviously a late lottery pick in the 2024 draft. You like a couple things. Number one, he's a long guard. He's got length and positional size. Very solid passer. Boy, a bright future.
He's got it going here in the second, gaining momentum as this game continues to go.
Pass to Carrington. No good. Shot missing. Got it off in time, and no good on the last second attempt this time. And so it's Chicago, enjoying a 12-point lead as they talk things over during the break. And their ability to get points in the paint has made all the difference in this one. We come back right after this.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back to 2K Sports, everybody. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. Let's talk about that first half. Chicago holding the upper hand after the first two quarters. They are leading by 12. How about you, Shaq? What did you think about Chicago?
They're going to work in the paint. Doing a great job. A good portion of their offense was generated inside. Really outperformed their opponent in that aspect. I expect the defense to pack it in a little more in the second half.
And Kenny, let's get your thoughts on the Wizards.
Well, they have to improve their defense. Guys were getting burned on the field.
And that wraps up the halftime show.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. You have to like what we've seen from Jones.
And how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column through two quarters? He has been terrific.
And
it's Riley in at the four spot. So that's who brought.
No doubt. You initially think about Trey shooting, scoring, but he also runs the offense really well and wants to facilitate. With his soft touch around the rim, Buzelis should score a lot of points in the paint over his career.
They get it back. Young passes to Riley. And it's blocked. And so it looks like Washington will retain possession here. Here's a look at some of the stats for him. And a minute played as the second half gets going. Just 4 to shoot. Lets it go with a 3.
That's a big donut, folks, here to start the second half. 4 straight they've missed.
To the middle, Giddey. Washington with the rebound. In the corner, it's Coulibaly. Drills the three-pointer. Coulibaly's got 8 points.
After an ugly 0 for 4 to start the half, they get one to fall.
That'll be a 5-second call. Only 3 games left until the start of the playoffs. Let's see how the East will look. Well, look at Chicago. It hasn't been a great season for them. We may see some changes in the offseason. And, of course, the Wizards. They're at the bottom of the conference.
And, you know, for the Bulls, they're on the outside looking in when it comes to the playoffs. They need to put it all together in these last couple weeks. Then they'll be happy with a spot in the play-in tournament at this point.
And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. It goes on Isaac Okoro.
Yeah, Coulibaly's speed helps him catch the defender unprepared. That is nicely done.
He made the only free throw attempt he had earlier in the game. And that's good as he hits both of his shots. Bulls leading by 9 and stolen by Song. They double-team Johnson. Young with no one around. That one falls coming off Johnson's feet. Johnson's got 3 assists in the game. Here's Buzelis. Riley covering. Puts it up from 15. Here's Richards. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
There it is, guys. One of those effort plays that makes a big difference in the game.
And GA, it is definitely making a difference so far today.
No doubt. On the scoreboard, in the body language of the players, you can tell which team is in complete command.
And again, Chicago turns it over.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
Wizards making a switch here. Gill's checked in. Sexton, he's checked in for the Bulls. Pass to Song. From deep, Johnson gets it to go from beyond the arc. Johnson's got 5 now.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Here's Sexton, and that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. It's on Trey Johnson. Defenders going at Colin Sexton should be mindful of his prowess in the paint, Greg. He's pretty tricky.
That's right, Kevin. We tend to think of guards like Sexton as perimeter pests. But Collins a real plus when he's in close. Let him slip by you, and it's a deuce.
Patrick Williams, he's checked in for Chicago. Dillingham comes in for Josh Giddey.
Personal foul. Second team foul.
3 minutes gone now in the third quarter. It's Young on the wing. He's got 9. Clock at 6. There's the triple. And again, it's Washington with a 3.
Yeah, this looks like a pregame shoot-around with all the threes they're allowing.
And Sexton slams it in.
Well, if you've got the speed of Colin Sexton, put the ball on the deck and make sure you make good use of it.
Wizards trail by 7. And here's Young from the arc. Buzelis grabs the board.
A good board there, Kevin, but overall they're getting slightly out-rebounded.
Drives to the hoop, and then Buzelis with the dunk.
And Buzelis is in a rhythm now. He's playing to his strengths and taking what is offered from the defense.
Johnson outside. Back to Young. Pass to Gill. A 3 ball. He can't get that one. The Bulls leading by 9. Right wing. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
Taking a look here at some numbers for Trae Young. Since the break, he's come back strong, really making his presence felt. Averaging about 15 points, 6 assists, and 3 rebounds. And with his great passing, he's been a catalyst for their offense, often seeing plays even before they materialize.
There's no doubt about that. Great anticipation, excellent peripheral vision. His talents are really shining through.
Here's Hardy. Chicago grabs the miss. 17 points was their biggest margin. Here's Dillingham. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
Another bucket down low. They've been the aggressors, taking the ball inside and attacking at the rim.
All right, well, look at how the points have been generated so far. Scoring breakdown for the Bulls.
They've shown no let-up. Penetration, knife it inside. The defense has to tighten it up if they want to slow this team down.
Also, they've been living in the lane. They're getting the ball in close, and it's had a devastating impact all game long.
The Wizards shooting their 5th attempt at the line in the game.
And I think this is a strength of this team. Solid numbers at the line across the board, 77% collectively.
There's the drive. Yabusele finds Miller. Back to Yabusele. And it's blocked. Carrington with the ball. He's got 9.
2 minutes.
It's blocked.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
And so it looks like the Bulls will retain possession here. Wizards on D. 11-point game. That's tipped. And Miller throws it down hard.
He's going to put that one in his scrapbook. Insane dunk.
And now they're starting to rub it in. Build up a lead, and here we go, baby. It is showtime. And that's a great look at that slam from our AT&T Connected Cam.
Oh, great. Second person.
And now let's have a look at the NBA's top snipers, shooting guards with the highest percentage from three-point territory over the last month. Colin Sexton on top.
He just oozes with confidence out there beyond the arc. That's where he makes his living, as he should. I mean, given how efficient he's been from long range.
The Bulls leading by 12. Now Dillingham. 9 points in the game so far. Pass to Yabusele. Here's Champagnie, and he uses both hands to jam it in.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
At the end of the day, though, it's 2 points. Don't hang your heads. Let's get refocused and play with more patience.
Wizards have gone 6 of 14 since halftime. A little cold from the field. Up again. Tries yet again. And it's good on the way in.
We see it over and over again. More teams sending activity to the offensive window, and it pays dividends.
To the paint. It's 2-on-1. Jumps up and finished off by Yabusele.
And unfortunately, we've seen a few too many of those. A lack of concentration, a turnover, and an easy bucket in transition.
We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Back to Carrington. No coverage that time. Carrington's got 12 points in the game.
Boy, as strong as he's been, they're going to need him to continue shouldering the load to try to break through.
Gets it down to single digits. And that's now 9 points for Jason Harden.
And great hustle to turn that block shot into a fast break opportunity. Big time play on both ends.
Nice shot by Yabusele. And the Bulls lead by 10. And so it's Chicago with a 10-point lead. Some breathing room heading into the break. Their lead is where it is because they've gotten good shots. A lot of good shots. We'll get you back to the action. Here now a chance to show you our assist of the game, and it's presented as always by State Farm.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
We call that putting it right in the pocket, and he knew what to do with it once it was there.
The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. Taking a look at the Bulls, we've got Buzelis. Sexton is out there with Josh Giddey. Then there's Gershon Yabusele. And it's Miller in at the 3 spot.
Well, you can see Buck Carrington really enjoying this basketball game, in rhythm and showing that diverse offensive game. If you try something like that, you better be sure to complete it.
Miller grabs the miss. Bulls leading by 8. Here's Yabusele. That's his 6th field goal today, and that makes it now 6 for 11.
Yeah, that was the 3rd straight high percentage look the defense has allowed. The defenders have got to start putting bodies on bodies.
Broke loose and stolen by Sexton. Pass to Yabusele. And he could not get that one to go. Out of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
Impeccable from the line since halftime.
At the line for the Bulls, Gershon Yabusele taking 2 shots.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And the first one at the line is good. And, Greg, the Bulls have said they're leaning towards building with depth, saying that star teams are more vulnerable to injuries.
Well, they don't yet have a bona fide big-time star on this roster, so if you ask me, that might be a case of sour grapes.
Chicago making a switch here. Jones is checked in. And this is the second full season for Brian Keefe as head coach of the Wizards.
Even in a rebuild, setting culture matters. Keefe's approach, accountability, teaching, and no shortcuts.
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one. Pass to Coulibaly. Here's Riley. And an air ball on that one. Way off. Here's Yabusele. And that comes off the assist by Giddey. Giddey's got his 6th assist on the night. Wizards trail by 16. Here's Carrington. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
Great focus by Bub Carrington, fighting through the whistle. You love to see a young guy do that.
Some changes for Chicago. Nick Richards comes in for Gershon Yabusele. And it's a Okoro in for Miller.
And they came out of the locker room after halftime with a much more physical approach than what we saw in that first half.
On the basket by Jones.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
Pass to Coulibaly. They get a hand on it. It's stolen by Buzelis. And he lobs it up toward the rim. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Second personal foul.
And the length of SAR is a lot to deal with. Sometimes the defense has to foul.
That free throw, no good. Trae Young, he's checked in for Carlton Carrington. And he sinks the second.
There's just so much potential for SAR. He's got that Wemby-like build with a lot of skill.
Out to the wing. Here's Okoro. Good. And the Bulls lead by 17.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
Wizards have gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play. Young. Buzelis grabs the board.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
6 for 10 with that shot going in. That's a good game for a lot of guys.
Tough take by Buzelis, proving he can absorb some contact and finish on that drive.
And so Young will bring it up for the Wizards. And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a 3-point play chance here for him.
At that range, it is about finishing strong. You can't hesitate.
Chicago.
These defenders just look a bit overmatched, especially inside.
Wizards trail by 18. Johnson outside. Shoots from the high post, and good that time.
A productive area for Johnson a lot of nights. With his high release, he could become a serious mid-range threat.
And it is flushed down with a nice jam.
Love seeing a point guard who can explode to the rim like that.
Oh, great attitude and even a better finish.
Boy, it's incredible how much explosive scoring ability can come from the lead guard position. That is a big-time play.
And watch out, you don't bring the whole basket down on top of you, young fella.
I don't think he ever wanted to let go of the rim. Here's Buzelis. Skates through for his 7th basket in 11 tries.
Oh, great production on the interior right now. 8 straight from inside.
For Washington, they've gone 5 of 8 shooting as we've come down the home stretch in this final quarter. Here's Saar, and they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a 3-point play.
Personal foul.
That's just too much Alex Saar there. At about 7 feet, he is a lot to handle. The
Bulls leading by 15. Outside, Jones. It's good again, and an excellent 7 for 8 shooting night so far.
I mean, he's just been brilliant today, guys, and it was the same exact story last time out.
Wizards have gone 6 of 9 on their field goal attempts since the start of the fourth quarter.
2 minutes remaining in the fourth quarter.
Young, good. Young's got 10 points here in the second half.
Incredible focus from Young. He just finds ways to get it done on aggressive defense. Late in the game, up big, they continue to attack.
And as a result, they may be facing just a little bit less resistance right now. They are having their way.
Time called here. The Wizards decide to talk it over. They trail by 17. We've got 1:48 left in the fourth. Well, we have a chance now, a recap of one of the standout performances of our game, earning our player of the game.
And his percentage from the field tonight seems almost made up. I didn't think it was possible to have that kind of success shooting the basketball. You need a little bit of luck, a bunch of hard work, and a whole lot of talent.
It's just too bad they're on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. It would have been nice for him to have a chance to perform like this in the postseason. To the inside, Okoro. It's tipped.
Man, terrific defense by Coulibaly. That's a big-time block.
And so just rolling to the finish line now in what has been a very confident-looking performance for the Bulls.
This was a very efficient offense tonight.
And they found a way to get their shots to go down. A little luck didn't hurt. A lot of their 50-50 shots fell their way.
And so taking a look at their record, a nice milestone they'll be picking up tonight. 30 wins on the year now.
And they've taken control of the season series. This brings them to 2-0 with 1 game left against this squad.
Here's Sarr, and Sarr throws it down. Chicago with the ball. Earlier in the game, they had a 19-point lead. Richards kicks it out to Jones. Here's Buzelis, and then Buzelis with the dunk.
Spirited performance. You love to get this kind of win, especially on the road.
You've got to be able to block out all distractions in enemy territory. This team did a tremendous job staying focused on the task at hand.
On its way from Young for 2. It's rebounded by Giddey. Pass to Buzelis. It's good.
Buzelis.
And so Chicago takes this one, and by a big margin. A resounding victory for them. And Greg in enemy territory, no less.
That's exactly right. But with the way they control the game and just completely took the crowd out of it, that's how to get it done on the road.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Dorisburg, Greg Anthony and our sideline reporter, Allie LaForce, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for tuning in tonight. We'll see you next time.